This is the Superordinary Podcast. The following conversations and statements don't represent the views of anyone and watchers, and all listening is very strongly discouraged. Superordinary presents the Superordinary Podcast. Please enjoy.
You're just a guy. You're just a big guy.
Who am I? Who am I? Welcome to the Superordinary Podcast. Just one second.
But, okay. Alright.
Spiders.
Did it go outside?
I don't know, but I could have easily.
Where did it
Welcome
go?
to the Superordinary Podcast, very professional, episode 37. We're on a roll.
Yeah.
Those numbers just keep getting bigger.
37
Did you realise that
lucky.
every time we make another episode, the number goes up?
Doesn't have to.
Just on the top, there was something we need to cover.
Well,
The Middle East is on fire.
we're doing current affairs now, are we? Wow.
The people.
When is it not? But
People. I come to you with bad news. The Middle East is it's all tense over there. It's all tense. They are attacking one another in an unprecedented wave of attacking. I don't know what that is.
like the
I don't know what
spiders are
that
trying
is.
to break in from outside. You locked out the big one. That's the Middle East outside.
Scratching at the door. But back to the
Go on.
the people. Middle Earth is going through tremendous bad things, and as you know, everyone knows what this podcast is about, but people always want to know what we think, and a lot of people have been asking me about the Middle East, and I had to admit this is probably the one thing that I can't cover properly. So that's why I've brought on Red-Faced Grandma, because she's actually an expert in the Middle East. So if you want to just break it down for us, yeah, that'd be great.
Wow. Thanks for putting me on the spot. Like, I don't even think I read the news anymore.
The voice of reason,
The
ladies
voice
and
of
gentlemen.
reason, basically, it's a shit show. And be careful and don't travel anywhere. And it's like, seems to be spreading out. I know that there was some type of airstrike near Lebanon recently. Like, is this what you want? Is this what you want?
You don't actually have to cover the Middle East.
I don't know. It's a shit show. I think everyone just wants to stop.
People ask me what's this podcast
fighting.
about, and I would
Yeah.
like it to be about something, but I don't want to
Okay.
come up with it. So how about you do that? This is the podcast about nothing, but maybe you can make it about something. I prefer
You
to-
don't.
I
Pegging,
outsource.
Like, what do you want? What do you want?
I don't know. Just how do we end this whole thing? Because I don't. I
Talking
hear
about the conflict in the Middle East, maybe.
don't they ever just sort of go, you know what?
Just send Jared Fogle out there and just both sides can just beat him with, I don't know.
The US needs to drop Fogle on Lebanon. This is why we got Red-Faced Grandma, because
Drop
the
him there
answers
as
she
like
comes
a
up
peace
with.
offering, I don't
Right,
know.
a peace offering.
And then they can be like, you know what, there's some evil that actually has to be defeated.
Imagine the
isn't on
sandwiches
either
that man could
side.
make with
And
all
you
that
know,
hummus.
Exactly. Is he going to be...
He'll be there making sandwiches.
Is this a redemption arc for Jared
Right.
Fogle where
Yeah.
he makes hummus sandwiches, or is this people overcoming their differences and standing down arms?
Yeah, each side offers 60 children to Fogle in exchange.
I was
What?
to defeat this thing,
What's
this
the thing?
monster, Western
Is it true?
society. He
Is
can
it
be
true?
emblemic of some kind of how would I say, exploitative Western capitalistic figurehead that we drop in the Middle East, so then they may identify
false
the true
leader.
problem. No,
Proxy leader.
May identify the true problem, lay down arms, stop hurting each other, and defeat.
As an expert, I have a detailed question I'd like you to analyse and get back to me on.
Yeah.
I was doing a little bit of digging around, and apparently a large area of friction between most of the parties involved. Apparently, it's in Beirut. Apparently, that there is this thing that they're calling the Eye of Sauron. And apparently that is really causing some trouble. Is this true?
Just suggesting we remove Jerusalem or something. What is the Eye of Sauron?
No, it's like
it had to be like
in Lebanon. In Lebanon, there is a large tower that has been erected with a giant, mysterious eye that is like a flame on top of the tower. And I mean, it's watching.
That might be a problem.
What's that about?
I don't know. I think it's like a totalitarian ruler, perhaps. I think maybe that's the real problem. It's the tower. And as we know, knock a tower down and it changes the world, okay? It heralds in a new era. Sometimes the tower is the problem. What can you do?
Towers have definitely been a motif of the Middle Eastern, cinematic universe.
Towers iconic? Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely like to bring them in as an image of importance. But I would
exactly. So you need like Jared Fogle to guide
to take down the Eye of Sauron.
Small like countryside curly-haired children into the Middle East to destroy the Tower of Sauron.
Well, okay. There is one last thing I'd like you to touch on before we move on to greater
and
topics.
They have to have some kind of like improperly explored sort of deep bond homoerotic tension that, some of us were waiting for. Some of us were waiting for a resolution. Some of us were like, okay, Rosie's fine and all, but like...
No.
The children now have this bond, okay? They're bonded. The boys they're bonded. They're like...
Shit.
They're like, there was that tower erected and they did something and the tower is no longer there. It's like,
are you like blushing like really badly, or is that like a blood pressure thing? But like I would sort of like to also, I heard a rumor, because I was really digging around the notes, getting into the web, as they call it.
Okay.
And apparently there is a plan, a co-op plan between the United States and Israel to forge 9 rings, and one ring is apparently to rule them all. And Jared Fogle is to carry that ring into Beirut. And I don't know, apparently that's going to cause some sort of vast like reconciliation and peace. But I'm not really sure how that works. Can you explain that?
Is there a volcano involved
yes,
in any of this?
Apparently there is a volcano involved.
Okay.
We're sponsored by
Boss.
This is the milk that I like to drink. I drink my milk out of a
Can.
Are you thirsty? Because if you are, you should get some milk.
Boss.
Iced coffee milk. It's the milk that I chose to drink. This is my milk of choice. So come get your milk.
Boss.
Iced coffee milk. It's my milk of choice milk. Milk.
What the hell is that?
What do you mean?
Some weird demonic scroll in that book. Oh my god! Like they get him to ingest it, okay? Because that man will eat anything, like so that
they just put it on a club. They don't even. He doesn't even know. Club sandwich.
That they don't suspect him, and then he needs to ingest it, and then while it's still in his body, he needs to cast it into the fires of Mount Abdum to restore balance to the land.
So I knew you'd come on with a plan.
Like, all celebrate.
I knew you'd know what was going on.
No more fighting, no more hurting people.
That's it.
Like,
everyone in Egypt for 10 minutes to think about what you've done. They all have to go into Egypt and sit there together for 10 minutes.
2 birds, 1 sub or something, cast it into the fire.
Right, yeah, right. Maybe if they just installed like 6,000 subways in all the countries there, and they just all got to have a big, 12-incher for lunch. Like they probably just chill. You know what I mean? You can get that like
I can't say that. I can't be like sandwiches. No. Sandwiches. No. Sandwiches. And like everyone just like sit down and have a picnic.
Maybe that was the issue. Maybe they're getting like too much sand and everything, and it's just like irritating. So they're all irritated all the time.
I think it's different.
And it's hot. Like it's really hot. If they change the climate there,
what is it like though? Because I don't even know. I need to see a map of the Middle East to see.
Oh, it's just like a vast.
Where's like the super deserty places? Because I'm sure it's like
Mordor.
you get close, but Is it though?
Yeah, it was.
They made that look more like a craggy sort of rock escarpment.
To be honest, like,
was it always bad, or did they cut all the
Wow.
trees down? They cut all the trees down
Yes, to make the wrappers for the kebabs.
to build the parking lot for the subway, as the song goes. Okay.
Right, Paradise put up a subway parking lot.
Bop, bop, bop.
God, I can't stand that song.
Yeah.
That's like top 10 worst songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it just because some guy like remade it and ripped the soul out of it?
They're both terrible.
Is it Joni Mitchell?
Yeah. Joni Mitchell is, I always say, fan of the show, like Kim Jong-un, fan of the show. Xi Jinping, fan of the show. Joni Mitchell is banned. She's not allowed on the show. She's never allowed. She needs to go to Egypt for 10 minutes to think about what she's done. Thank you for being with us. So that is the breaking news.
That stirred some deep emotions for you, I see.
News.
Like,
It's a very irritating song.
bop, bop, bop.
And I'm also really fond of this idea of just you go to Egypt and think about what you've done. But
I'm sure someone's done that. Like the Romans must have done that or something.
yeah, well, I
Enough
suppose
out of you.
the Jews have already
to
had a bit of
Egypt.
a thing in Egypt, right?
My father came on donkey for 100 miles and we built a restaurant with our bare hand. Restaurants serve nothing but juicy burger. So come, dip your face in our burger. It is filled with relish. My father is dead.
I don't
Because,
know.
like,
the law or the
what they were-
LORE?
LORE.
Or the LAW.
LORE.
What is? Let's bring up Israeli law.
Yeah. Can we put that on the screen?
Yeah.
With the fish. It's with the fish.
I want
okay.
street regulations.
Yeah.
I want everything.
Be like, because
Hot-
how much of it that is biblical, and then what do we
Yeah,
actually
it's
know?
biblical, right?
Because they
It's
like
ancient,
came
right?
out of Egypt. They were exiled from Egypt, and then they were like,
Let
out of
my
Egypt
pickles go.
for like the 40 years of walking. But then like, where did they?
You know,
end
that's a
up?
long walk.
Because then they were like all over the place.
Moses brings up
And then
Google Maps and it says 40 years.
A bad man with like a scary haircut and even scary little mustache like scares them out of Europe, and then
I think he did a bit more
they're
than scare them, but,
displaced
you know.
a little bit out of Europe,
Just a little
and
bit.
then like settled. I know that towards the end of the war, then they got like a section of.
See, we've gone from news to history. This is
Yeah.
what red-faced
I love
grandma
that.
does. She looks
Yeah.
demonic, but she's got red.
I'm so red. Okay.
So
I'm so red.
she's well read. Right?
Yeah, that kind of red.
Good.
Yeah.
Look, all I know is the Middle East has been hot for a very long time.
It's time
And
for
there's
some
a
rain.
lot of sand.
Yeah.
And they tried to build a big old pointy building so they could get away from the sand. But they kept sliding down the sides and ending up, back in the sand. That's my theory of why they built the pyramids, is to get away from the sand. But didn't matter how high they got, they would slide back down. And
That's such a good idea, though, right?
That's
Because like even when the sandstorm's coming over, like it still kind of peek over the top of
what do
the
you think?
sand
What
dunes.
do you reckon the pyramids are? What are they? What's the deal with the not the shape, but the prism building of
That's
the
literally
no,
the
no,
shape,
hold up.
you
Not
psycho.
the shape, but
You're like, not the shape, but the
triangle
prismatic,
building,
the triangular.
yeah, the square based prismatic prism triangle that is the
Not the shape, but literally every
pyra-
synonym.
the mids of Pyrrha.
Synonym for like.
So like, what do you like? What's like? Why? What do you reckon? What was the Apparently, they had a gold top.
Okay. Difficult to make. I mean, it's like.
Because they knew all the lazy
They've-
fat people wouldn't be able to climb up the top and steal the gold.
Oh.
It's like you're not fit enough.
The slaves are fit.
True.
They're so fit.
But they were killed after the buildings were complete, just to make sure.
That's stupid, and now everyone's lazy.
Right.
We killed all the artisans. They're like, where'd
Where'd the gold go, but?
True. Who took the gold?
Was it Pharaoh Amenhotep IV? Or was it Pharaoh Pinhotep III?
The second one sounds fake.
Hey!
So like it's gonna be I would option A through like deductive reasoning.
I have
the
only
second
so
one.
many faux Egyptian nouns.
Oh gosh.
Buterbroad burger. Super ordinary. You know you want burger. Your head look like burger. Not many ruble, but very big burger. I will force feed you if you do not come. Burger, burger, burger. Wait until I slap you in the face with my burger. Buterbroad for you. Buterbroad for you. My father is dead. Buterbroad for you. Burger, burger.
Yeah, you look good. Sitting across, I couldn't help but notice. There's a glow about you tonight. There's definitely a glow.
I thought we weren't going to acknowledge it.
I've acknowledged it many times.
Oh my God.
You're well read.
Yeah.
Like it's like the choker was like.
Yeah. I died and came back to life.
I know. I mean, that was like 5 episodes ago.
That
was many episodes ago.
Yeah.
That kebab was okay, but it gave me indigestion.
Yeah. So like each time it's a different death. Okay. And this time, that's just how it is. That's how I died. While you were getting the kebab, I didn't quite get a good look at their face, but someone came up and they were whispering in a very unsettling sort of soft, raspy voice. I didn't see them come up from behind me, but they did say something about 6 inches, and then
that was the end.
Garroted, but Grandma can't die. I already died once.
Yeah, you can't kill a grandma
twice.
Can't
kill me again.
Right?
She's back from the dead always. She's immortal.
You're like one of them things that comes back after the thing happens. That's what you're like.
You're struggling with words today. Lost for words.
Right.
Well read, not well spoken.
No, you're well read.
And I wish I could say the same. No.
No.
But check at the hat. You're not going to acknowledge the hat either. Look at the hat.
Yeah, I'm wearing the scenery.
Yeah.
To this evening.
That's not a desert.
No.
That's an ocean.
It's an abundant oasis. You couldn't wear this around James Cameron. He'd cream his pants.
Is that why you designed it?
No, that's what I would say.
Cameron. Wow.
So James Cameron, fan of the pod.
Yeah.
We should get him to wear it.
What did we decide about James Cameron? I think there was like something that was said about James Cameron. Although he's an orphan.
Who? When?
Ages ago.
I thought he was a filmmaker.
He's an orphan.
He's an old fan of the pod.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I've had a hard life. The other day I ran over a dog. My wife is dead, and I've got brand new tires rolling out the door. I'm coming broke.
George Lucas.
Okay, sorry.
Look what you've done.
George Lucas is...
Like, when did we talk about James Cameron?
They're all the freaking same. When did you start talking about James Cameron?
So coming up in the pod, we have another 3 hours dedicated to the life of James Cameron.
And the orphanage. He had a tough upbringing.
Yeah, we'll get into...
He didn't get adopted. George Lucas adopted James Cameron, just an orphan.
George Lucas adopted James Cameron.
Probably.
They would have both been children at the same age.
No.
What? Was I listening? Did I zone out?
You stupid. There's separate instances.
I see.
George Lucas is just adopted. He was clearly the loved one. James Cameron, not adopted.
I mean, like,
and that's why, he keeps looking outside of humanity, right? Wait, what did he direct? Did he do James Cameron? What did he do?
He's done Aliens, Terminator, True Lies, Avatar. I was thinking Avatar when I said this.
Yeah, so it's like...
Because like lately he's just like, ocean, higher def, ocean.
Yeah, he's not used to that human connection, sorry. So he's like...
See if you've got fish humans and they're doing it and having kids.
He's a real Piscean man.
He's like, get the blue people. Get them together.
Okay, Google.
45 minutes, just the two of them.
Yeah, just that.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they got like...
That's what they do. That's the next one is Avatar 3, Procreation.
Just of like... Literally called that.
No.
Oh my God. How many hours of like
40 seconds, that was all done.
footage does he have of just like the fish people getting it on?
Raw footage.
He's a fishmonger, raw.
Apparently. Yeah, look, it was a disgusting song. It brings...
Okay, the song, not the fat shit. Okay.
It brings back horrid...
Why?
Like horrid sonic memories, hearing it again. It's like, yeah, that's how I remembered it sounding. Terrible.
You never want to hear it again.
No. I never needed to... I mean, Joni Mitchell, you know. Anyway.
What's wrong with Joni Mitchell?
Oh, just everything. But,
That tells me nothing.
I mean, she probably started the war. Like, I wouldn't... Like,
probably.
They probably, like, finally hit the airwaves and they're like, nah. I gotta bomb something now.
Oh my God, the parking lot.
They would rather hear,
And the people were
they'd
just
rather
like...
hear the sound of crumbling infrastructure.
They were just like
the screams of burning
casualties
children.
of circumstance. They were parked there.
Yes,
and
something
she was
else.
like, that's a fat parking lot. What do you think? I was just thinking like she's getting rid of the parking lots and so, you know, be damned if you parked your car there.
Hold on.
All the families, all the kids,
what?
whatever. What?
It'd be funny if I gotta feed my fish.
Okay, what are you going to feed them?
Food?
I think I ate my
Fish
last
food.
cracker. Oh, you're in luck. If you like a seaweed cracker.
Oh, you know what we
feed
should
your
do?
What? What?
It's like a little synth moment. Right. And we're back. So, earlier you were
outdated.
saying that James Cameron
He's an orphan.
was going to make a new Avatar movie 6 hours long where the blue aliens go down to the bottom of the ocean and they find the Titanic and they find the car from the Titanic and there's going to be a 2-hour scene of Jake Sully just
Going at it.
just making children
It's going to be
for Avatar 5.
Avatar
Or
raw, uncut, wet, the wet take.
But he did
Gonna see
say,
his piscus.
you know, he did say that Avatar is going to come to Earth. So and he loves the ocean. So does that mean, is he not going to do a weird indirect Titanic sequel with Avatar? Mind blown. Right?
Where are they then? Where are they that they're
Pandora.
Okay, and they can just travel to
You
Earth?
are not, on a spaceship.
Oh.
That's where
Why
Jake
would
Sully
they wanna
came
come
from.
here?
I don't know, they're going to come here to collapse the empire because humans are bad in Avatar.
Are they going to go to the Middle East and be like, there's not enough ocean here? Okay, it's got to go. No,
Sorry guys, this whole sand
it's
thing.
gotta go.
This whole sand thing with the disaster.
There's
it's
a lot
gotta
of
go.
sand.
I want ocean.
There's no
Put
beach.
it in the sea.
There's no beach. And they're going to make Atlantis. Maybe that's how
Right.
to solve
Avatar
the war.
5.
Like, literally, like
Middle
World
East
War III.
solved.
And then it's going to be solved. They're like, okay, we need Atlantis. We haven't found Atlantis. We'll make Atlantis instead.
Could you imagine
we'll
it?
just-
James Cameron in his motorbike shirt, because that's what he wears all the time. I don't know why. And he's just like, I figured it out. I'm just going to sink the whole Middle East
Why
into
not?
the ocean.
How big is the budget?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first $2
Probably
trillion
looks
film.
beautiful. Like
$2 trillion.
Imagine all that architecture
I don't even know, like, it's
underwater.
not even,
like in the Middle East, I think it's a completely different place. I think it's Saudi Arabia has like the deepest swimming pool in the world or something as a weird flex. Like it goes all the way down.
Yeah, let's
you've got,
make it much
ruins.
deeper.
Yeah.
It's about 1 million times deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do.
James Cameron's going to be like, melt the icebergs. We need more ocean. Okay, melt them.
I should put little clap emojis.
Yeah.
Transcribe it. There's a bit of a personal, heartfelt, difficult subject matter I need to bring up. And look, it's not easy. It's
You were oddly quiet when we were talking to Big T, and now you're coming out with all this like emotional. I feel like you're burdening me.
it doesn't.
Go on.
The
Share your
reason is
burden.
because he couldn't help me. This is too big. This is going to have to go out.
Big for Big T.
This is going to have to go out to all 65 of our subscribers, because whoever unsubbed and took me down to 65, I should be at like 67. You disgusting ghoul. But like the 65 that remain, I
like
love
beautiful.
them, and I think of them every night, each as an individual
Every
number,
night.
and I caress
Wow.
each and every number.
A stroke for every subscriber.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He like
This is
stop
really
unsubscribing. He almost gets there, and then,
Yeah.
like he was almost at the end. It was just
Right.
like one more stroke for one more sub, and then
Shit.
someone unsubscribed, and he
it's
just
just
had to
like,
like
gunk. And I'm
just
like, what?
hands off. Like that's it. Like
Yeah.
he has to hands up on top of the covers.
That's it. Game over. Game
No
over.
more.
I get that notification,
Okay?
and it's
bluer
like,
than the ocean on that
it's
hat.
like Jason, Gamer66 has unsubbed. I'm like, where's the gun?
Why did he unsub?
Load the gun.
Why did he
you
sub
know?
in the first place? You know what you're getting into.
Jason,
Like,
why did you do it?
please stay here. Have some kind of like parasocial.
Yeah, right. You should feel
relations.
very guilty if you unsub. I'm likely to just end it
Yeah.
myself. Done. But look, back to the emotion.
Are you offering are you offering parasocial connections to people? Are you offering that like emotional support?
No, but like just I got to very quickly just be emotional.
Okay.
It's just sad. I need the subscribers to donate. I have a GoFundMe, and it's a tender subject matter, but I do have a diabetic cat. She has many lives, but she's burning through with them. Because of the diabetes, and they're doing. I'm getting emotional, but they're doing transfusions, but it's not working. Like, 'cause she's got really bad diabetes. It's like advanced stage 4 diabetes. So the vet said to get a new cat, but like I don't want to because this one stinks funny. And like, I want to save the diabetic cat. So donate, get off your ass, buy a hat, buy some pair of underwears, and get me a cat that won't die. But it's got to be the same cat. So.
What's the like tag gonna be like?
I don't know, diabetic cat.
In a hat. Diabetic cat in a hat.
Diabetic cat in a hat.
Like hats for diabetic cats.
Yeah. I don't know that. Sure. Like,
Cat in the hat has insulin resistance. Oh, no. Go Mike Myers do the promo video. I have diabetes.
Jeez, yeah. I got the diabetes.
Yes.
It's so this cat, like, as you know,
Do I know? I feel very sad for you, by the way.
Yeah.
Tears in my eyes are real. Like, you can't fake that.
I don't do it anymore because the diabetes, but I'd get sugar and just pour it on the ground and the cat would eat it. And I thought that was fine because like it's sweet and like the cat was sweet. I would get like soft serves. I'd go to the drive-thru and give them a bucket and just say, look, it's for a cat, and they don't care. It's late at night. I'd go at 3 a.m.
Yeah, like if you get like bloody puppy soft serves or what are they called, puppuccinos and stuff like that, where's the cat equivalent?
Can you imagine eating a puppy like that? That's disgusting.
Why are the dogs getting the ice cream and no ice cream?
I can't believe that they're actually making dogs
the cat
into
owners,
ice cream.
They're like, your cat has to have some wild caught air-baked tuna, additive-free. Tuna.
Get a fish can
in an
tuna.
Aluminum packaging to make sure that we're reducing the amount of microplastics that tiddles and
No, but that doesn't work because they line them with microplastic.
Oh, they're just trying to kill us. Can we go back in time and find that person who started refining the plastics?
Yeah, back in like 1880 Germany when they're splitting oil and making polystyrene.
And they were like, but this will make us a lot of money.
Yeah, but sir, it's going to kill so many people.
That's not. By my calculations, it will not start to kill people until the next 50 to 100 years.
He says, well, like stirring a beaker.
Yes, not in this lifetime. So we will sell the product to the people. A Nigerian German accent.
To the people.
To the people.
I will send it to.
And wherever they run, the microplastics will follow them. Okay?
Yeah. Everyone's like, it's a tin. It's okay. No. They're like, let's make a tin. Let's fill it with plastic. They line it with plastic.
And it's crazy. There's so much money changing hands. And they're like, what? They're just going to like, oh, we need to pay these people to get their
conspiracy from Big Tuna.
Just the tuna?
Because the oil industry in the Middle East would collapse, so they decided to line the cans with plastic. And now that everyone's becoming eco, and they're like, we're going to take the plastic out of the can, the Middle East is going to collapse, so they've started bombing each other.
I'm sure that we would still be buying oil even without the microplastics. It's been a big day for Nonna.
We came to the bottom of the Middle East thing, and you totally ignored it.
What?
I just told you. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, yes, and I just forgot about that. And the straws as well. Apparently, they're using like toxic.
I don't drink from a straw.
bloody things and straws.
Really?
Like, what are we meant to do? How am I meant to enjoy my boba? I'm already like
Well, that's, you know.
knowingly eating the plastic bloody balls.
I'm pretty sure that's what made my cat diabetic.
Get it in me.
Was the boba.
Yeah, but I'm already eating the synthetic balls. I love a good synthetic
What
ball.
are those balls?
In my mouth.
What are those balls?
It's like...
Gelatin?
No. It's like...
Because that would be too good for you. They're disgusting. That's what they are.
Like rice powder that is then flavoured. It depends what you're getting.
They disgust
Some
me.
of them are like grass jellies that are then filled with like a syrup, but like I think the black balls, like the main balls, like that everyone wants, like that's just like rice jelly, rice starch and brown sugar or something.
So cooking with grandma.
Yeah.
Got a big pot.
But and then you got the plastic cup. You got the like crap that you know that you're drinking. Then you got the plastic cup. Then you got the paper straw that's trying to kill you as well. Got the different kind of plastic that they seal over the top. And it's like 5 types of death, and I only agreed to one of them. I only wanted the balls.
Yeah.
I didn't want the wrapper.
Why don't they might as well just be like, do you want some plastic on top? And they just like sprinkle microplastics on top.
Probably, yeah. But if you get the glittery one, you want to get the glittery one?
So I'm like microplastic? I'm macroplastic. And I just eat the actual cup.
Okay.
Macroplastic. Would you call yourself responsible? Yeah. Because I decided to get responsible. Finally. For once in my life. A lot of people
holding someone hostage.
I've had a lot of people pull me aside and say, you know what, son? You know what?
No.
You're not particularly, you know, like anything. So I decided to get responsible. So that would be a good thing.
What are you doing to get responsible?
I'm now a registered sex offender because I thought it'd be good to get registered. So I'm registered. Official. Because, you know, imagine if you were doing it undocumented, like that would I thought that would be really inappropriate. So
it's a bit unclean.
I've got the official card and I'm like, no, I'm registered. And like, through you go.
Wow. You're going to be going to all the parties soon.
Yeah.
I hear you're invited to all the parties.
No, I don't get invited to parties because people are very judgy about diabetic cats. And I refuse to not take my cat. And they get a bit put off, especially when I'm like, you know, giving the injections every 15 minutes. But like, you know.
What happens when you go to sleep? What happens when the cat goes to sleep?
I have a nurse.
A cat nurse?
Yeah. She's like a chamber lady, but I don't have a chamber pot. I just say, stick a needle in the cat and squeeze it in. She's like, okay, you know, like, yeah, no worries. And sometimes I do take a shit in the pot. Hey, well, like, I'm paying her, so, like, right?
You'd be surprised. I speak from no, like, candid personal experience, but just, like... and, like, having, like, a full bottle of cordial.
Yeah.
Like, full bottle of cordial or some type of juice. No
juice,
water.
That's me.
No water. Juice. Big juice.
I'm
no
a big
water.
Juice.
Big juice for big boy. Like, basically unclothed. You need to just, like, cover yourself in a blanket. Big juice.
Yeah.
Just drinking from that. No water allowed during the day. And then just, like, some of those,
A pitcher.
The pitcher.
Okay.
The piss pitchers.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chugging it.
Catheter bag.
And then filling it up. And then just putting it off to one side.
Yeah, I love
and
the
you just
the piss
leave it there
jug.
all day.
Yeah.
Just leave it there all day.
Yeah, it gets real
And
dry.
only call your chambermaid at the end of the day, and just the smell, because you don't drink any water. You need to just have like the undiluted cordial, the smell and the viscosity of the piss and the pitcher.
It's almost hard, isn't it?
You walk in,
It's like
and just don't open the windows. Close the windows.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to
And
get
just
you
sit
don't want
there and
anything
sit
get
there
out.
and rot.
You want to
know?
like just like it turns to ammonia. You want that raw.
And it, you can smell.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
You leave the room,
you
it's still there, still in
You
your
might
nose.
know from your cat because he's diabetic, but that diabetic urine smell.
I keep
when
my
you're
cat in a
when your
plastic
sugars
bag,
are out
so
of balance.
I wouldn't, you know.
Yeah, so
gets
what they
rid of a
just
lot of
stick the
smell.
needle through the plastic bag, and then just inject it through the plastic bag, or like how does this work?
Yeah. There's like a little glove hole thing that you can sort of slide your hand through with and you just sort
Oh,
of,
is it a full hand size?
Well, because you never know what you need to do.
Wow, that's a bit ambitious.
So-
Just a little cat.
What? So, just manage the needles and yeah. But like what? I don't know.
You got
it's good
awfully,
because
like, quiet
there's a
there.
handle on the bag, so you can just sort of. It's fashionable too. Hey, when I go out, I need to look my best. And let me tell you, I turn heads when I've got a half-dead, bloating, diabetic cat in a plastic bag, and I'm sticking my hand through a glove hole to syringe it insulin. And also, it leaks a little, but that's fine. It's fine. So I get a bit of like a drip, and so like people are like respect my drip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, check this drip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Some would say, like, they
Actually-
just instinctively turn heads towards you.
something happened the other day actually when I was out with my cat in my bag.
What? Cat bag?
I went shopping to buy a new wheel, and when I was parking, what? When I was parking, I was just leaving Lickin' Tires, and I was going back to my car, and there's this old man, and he's like left a trolley next to his car. He's parked next to me, and he's getting in the car, and he's not going to put the trolley back.
Did you kill him?
Mate,
Did you beat him with your cat in the bag?
look, by the time he finished putting his Zimmer frame in the back seat, I was just furious. I mean, I was ready to just crack his head open like a coconut and just lick the gooey, dripping liquids that remain, And
You're the only one allowed to have drip. He can't have his own drip.
right,
You
I don't know.
take that drip.
I sort of lost my train of thought. Got so into the coconut there, but
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm going to absolutely drop this guy.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
happened? Did you drop him?
Oh well, so he
Or
was
did
like,
he just have a fall?
He got the Zimmer frame in the back of the car, and I'm like, that's it. I'm going to coat hanger this guy, just absolutely level him. And then he had like a walking cane thing that he was trying to like disassemble. And I was like, So I was just waiting for him to pull that apart, and I was just getting furious. I mean, my face was like yours. I was just getting red.
Why were you waiting?
I was getting
Why
red.
were you waiting?
I didn't want like an obstacle. I really wanted to get a clean, just
You didn't
slam
want him
dunk
to
on
have a
that.
weapon or anything like that. You wanted to wait until he was at his most like vulnerable and
Yeah. Really need to get into a good punch up with
You're
this old
a
man.
predator of the
and-
elderly.
Yeah.
Like you're.
He left his trolley. He was not putting it back.
Oh
He was getting
God.
in his car. I could see
You
it.
should have put him in the trolley and just gave him a little push. And
Anyway, we got his walking stick in the car. That was I was ready to go. You'd have no idea. I mean, I've been angry a few times in my life. Like, don't you worry. But this was a whole other level. Like,
I think you should have talked to Big T about this. I think maybe you've got some
big
pent-up
testosterone,
issues.
maybe.
That guy, Big T or Little T.
He's a good-looking man.
Did you see Little T as well?
What? No.
No?
Did you? I don't know what you mean. I was
teddy bear,
pretty
little
hungry. I was
T.
thinking about kebabs, though.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
You were very distracted.
We live in a pajama world.
Oh God. Okay. Don't get him. First the
Wait a
shopping
minute.
trolleys. Yeah. What's the deal with pajama worlds?
No, I've already done this on the previous episode.
Yeah, you did. I was like, here we go again. See, like, we had what?
I was born in a small
The Frigate,
village.
Born in a Small Village. We had the Frigate Part 2, Krusty Sea Dog, the sequel. Now we have like PJ World, the sequel.
Pajama world.
It's like, we live in a pajama world, and then you look around and it's like, no one in pajamas here. No one's wearing pajamas.
Yeah, because I have
Everyone's a
a
little
respectable
unhinged.
society here.
Yeah, so respectable. No pajamas inside, like the most peak of respectable. Okay.
In this room.
In this room, so
Yeah, but out there amongst us are ghouls, and they're dressed like
so weirdly.
horrid I don't know, like children who are ready for some milk and nine-eyes. They're not dressed like, members of society. And then they push in front of you. It's like, well, they behave like the clothes they wear. I didn't actually mean to get back
Who
into the
pushed
pajama
in front
world
of
thing.
you that you're so angry about? That wasn't an old man packing his.
Like
walking
in
stick
2018, this guy at a rental car place when I was in Norway clearly knew it was my turn.
and he was wearing pajamas.
No, but yeah.
I'm hearing conflicting messages here.
Yeah.
in pajamas in Norway where it's that cold.
It was the first time I could remember
that,
when someone pushed in front of me. Most of the people don't dare. Too big, too huge. They wouldn't.
They see the tongue flick from the side of their eye, from the corner of their eye, and they decide that it's not worth it. The tongue flick.
I think we might be out of time.
It's not worth it.
We are. Let's just do a quick. Yeah, so we're gonna have some. There'll be like a moment of fish there for a little while. Just do a quick goodbye. I've never once not signed off.
And I never stopped playing bloody Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh no.
I was playing this whole time. I just accidentally.
You're kidding. It's just been on repeat.
I had it on mute or something. It's like,
imagine
why
if it was
is my battery
if it was super low volume and I could hear it on your mic the whole time, it would have driven me crazy.
Also, like you can't. Not that you've got anything.
That would be a nightmare.
True. You want your monetization eventually for the cat, for the diabetic cat.
Okay, so the week ahead, I've bought more latex than you can imagine.
Oh. What kind of latex?
What? Oh, wide. And I'm also going to invent a new mineral, but I would like it if you subscribed because, like, you know, it would amuse me. So until then,
where's the subscribe button?
Roll the credits.
Yeah. What do you even say? I feel like when they're like, oh, you should press the like button and you should subscribe. And why don't you like watch our previous video here? Oh, here. Like, hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell.
Oh. Yeah, ring the bell.
Donate that money.
Slim that bill. We have a diabetic cat to fix here, people.
Yeah.
Do it for the cat.
Check out the previous video. Big T, like you want to know about Big T, the big boys up here.
Oh, now we're promoting the previous episodes.
Yeah. Not that they deserve it, because, you know. But
don't watch it, you don't deserve it.
I'm encouraging, okay?
Watch Sea Dog 2, that shit's amazing.
Is it?
I think so.
I like the ending the best.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I do. What? The spider?
No, there's a new setup. Shit.
Spider. Look at him, yeah. This is the content that they want, alright? The content that they want.
No one wants
this. You running? Oh no.
Don't get it near the